Hey YouTube, just a quick little vlog talking about my day. Went to the grocery store. I know it sounds really common. Maybe I was having a bad day. I'm not sure. But I made some observations about the grocery store. Some might call them rants. Okay, before you even get into the grocery store, and they're like this in Kentucky, I don't know if they're like this everywhere, there are little lanes. Now, they have arrows, and you see the cars are all parked, they're slanted, so they're not like straight in parking spots. Well, when you go to turn down that aisle, and you see an arrow, if you are driving, if this is the little arrow, and you're facing it coming this way, it means you're going the wrong damn way. That's what that means. Apparently, nobody could figure this out. So when you're driving the wrong way in the parking lot, you see the girl in the little car that you're driving straight at, that's me. Okay, thanks. Then you get in the store. And they have their greeter. Every time I go to this store, the greeter is like the rudest person in the store. Why would they put him at the front door? All I want is a cart. I am perfectly capable of taking the cart and moving with it. But they don't want me to have that cart. No. This might also be why I also get the broken cart every time I go. Maybe that is why. Anyway. Cart people. It's really not that difficult. You put your hands on the little thing and you push at a nice even pace. Now there is always that one broken cart in the grocery store, but if I'm in there, I'll have it, so you have nothing to worry about. Why you feel the need to whip around corners knowing that I may be there, it's not a big deal. But let me tell you, after getting bumped by a cart 4 times, you start to get bruises. I'm very pale. I am like the poster child for melanoma, so bruises show up pretty well on me. Let's try not to do that. Okay. It doesn't take 6 hours to pick out a bag of potato chips. Why, this is again a cart rant, why you have to leave your cart sideways in the aisle while you stand there and scrutinize every single bag of chips, I don't know. You're probably not even going to taste them because you're just going to shove them down your throat while you watch American Idol. Okay? I find it curious that when I was in the aisle for health food, organic food, and granola, there was nobody there. But try to walk down the chip aisle to get a bag of like pretzels, and you've got to fight like 80 million people. Children. Yes, little Timmy is very cute. Little Timmy is very loud. Little Timmy does not like green beans. And I know this from 4 rows away. If your children, what's a polite way to say this without getting people angry? If your children have a part-time job as Satan, perhaps you shouldn't bring them in public. I think my eardrums are still bleeding. Oh. This is a separate rant, but people who yell at me for trying to videotape in the grocery store. I wasn't actually taping. All I did was I had the camera in the case. And they came over and yelled at me. Apparently the fact that they have 2 brands of competing vegetables cannot be featured on YouTube. Calculator people. You know what? We all need to watch our pennies, and I am perfectly aware of getting carried away in the grocery store. I went in for Cheeze Its, croissants, and Propel. I walked out, $120 later, and I live by myself. So I'm aware of how you can get carried away with food. But when you need to stand in my way while you add every single food cost on your little calculator, it's irritating. Honey, do it in your head. Estimate. Can we try that for me? So you get through all this. You get up and down the aisles, you get banged into, whatever. And you go to checkout. Of course, I always have the lady in front of me who argued for 20 minutes about 5 cents. Honey, I'll give you a dime. So the next time you come in the store and you want to argue about 5 cents, you'll have it left over. Okay? Then there's the little conveyor belt where you put your food on. I wanted to do self-scan, but they were very crowded. If you have 2 feet between your food, and nothing else on the conveyor belt, I'm going to put the little divider up and start putting my food on the conveyor belt because you're almost done. My food, my little box of Cheeze Its are not going to taint your food because they're on the same conveyor belt. There was no need to give me this look and hug your food and pull it forward. That just makes you an ass. And it makes me want to hit you in the parking lot. Oh. Because I know the reason I have the lagging webcam is because I said my cable, my Firewire cable, isn't working. So I went in to get a new one. Every single one they had been opened, like bought and opened and taken home. Like the plastic was completely cut open and they like scotch taped it closed and put it back on the shelf. No. No, 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 no. I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume, but maybe they took it home and they realized, oh, it's a 4 to 6 pin. I don't need that. I need a 6 to 6, and brought it back. If the box is so mangled that it makes a pit bull chew toy look neat, I think it's time for the store to not put it out. Okay. So this was my experience at the grocery store. Thank you for watching.